if you could, check on Facebook to see if we are live on Facebook. And I'll check YouTube just to make sure. Salakia to the man above me. Salakia Israel. We are still dealing with some new technology, new software and hardware. Making sure that we...
Salakia YouTube, we are live.
Okay, I can see us on YouTube.
For YouTube. I'm checking Facebook.
Okay. Like, share, subscribe. Today I'm going to try it with the lights on. I know we've got the glares. Alright, so there's a lag on the YouTube video, no sweat.
Yeah, we are on Facebook as well, sir.
Okay. Alright, so that's definitely up to date. YouTube seems to be taking the sweet. That's fine, no sweat. So I understand we've got the glares going on here. We're just gonna give it a shot. If we can still connect and see everything, in the chats, Good. All right, the what? In the chats, if this is disruptive, let me know in the chat, please. Because I know we got two of them right here. There's a third one that I could have turned on. I'm just trying to minimize it so that it's not all dark and gloomy like we've had the other videos. So if it's disruptive, let me know as we go forward, and we're still gonna kind of just work with what we got, more or less. All right, so shalom Israel, Yahweh Shem Yashab Barakatam to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Allah Tam Bashem Yashab to the sisters. ISUPK Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Command General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other organization. Coming to you live, UPK Milwaukee. Shawan Qadash class, the Holy Tongue, speaking the Hebrew language. This is our class, reacclimated with our culture. So the past 2 weeks, we were going over the alphabet, the characters, identification, some of the differences, similarities between how some of them are did, and how to try to best differentiate them. Because like if you go on your keyboard on the computer, it's kind of a whole different set of scripts. You're not going to see that calligraphic or handwritten script. It's going to be very kind of binary. Why? For example, so on the script, if you were to do it like calligraphy, you're going to see something along this. Handwritten, we would normally just go that. On the computer, on your keyboard, you're just going to see that. Same thing with the na. Alright, that's already messy. What's that? Oh yeah, alright, yeah, looking at that, yeah, exactly. Thought. If I could borrow this real quick, alright, thought. Yeah, so with the na, again, with the scrum, with that calligraphic kind of writing, you're going to see that more kind of embellished form of it. Handwritten, we would normally go around there, and then with the oh shit. You do the biometrics. Cool.
Okay. Did it go back on there?
Yeah. Even alright. So with the text, it doesn't even give the different. Interesting.
I was going to ask you about that, sir.
Good.
No, about that, because I had I had looked at it and then I had put it on there because I wanted to know about those, like, what kind of was that? Because that was a little bit too many letters for it to be Hebrew letters.
Talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean it's still out there. Ba, ga, da. Somebody at the front door?
No, I walk by.
Okay. Da. Ha, wa, za, ka. Ta, ya, ka, la, manasa, sa. There we go. That's what you're doing. Yeah, so the keyboard version is a little bit different. The way they got this set up. We said the ka, okay. And oh, that's the water. I said they do have it all here. Okay. Yeah, alright, so it looks like it's that many because they've got the the beginning or the middle of the word character plus the end character. So they do have that, and that. Okay. I don't know who keeps on back and forth, but
I'm getting on my nerves.
if you don't mind, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, in that version of it, for the na, with the script, you would see it like this, more embellished. With the handwritten, we would just go like that. On the keyboard, they're just going to give you a long. Same thing for the ka. You're going to see more of a you're going to see something like that. And then we would just write it like that on the keyboard. It's pretty much the same thing as this. And then they're going to give you one of these. So for the na on the keyboard, it's just going to be that long straight line. For the ka on the keyboard, it's going to give you that tail, or that arm on top, that arm on top, and then that long tail. So the na should have at least that accent on it. It's not going to be as pronounced as this, because realistically with that script, that ka, in comparison to this, let's do it like that. In comparison to that na, because normally it's going to be something short like this, and you're going to have this imaginary line for your tops and bottoms, and then your ka is going to be like this. And again, at the beginning or in the middle of the word, at the end of the word, in the beginning or the middle of the word, and then at the end of the word. It's like that was just lazy. My fault. It's just gonna have a longer top. It's gonna be long like that too, just like the Na. Na is gonna be real short. The Ka is gonna be longer. That's the part that they're kind of omitting from the keyboard version. And Salaki, for anybody that's tuning in, if you can catch into, I believe General Q was doing like a multi-stream. We on StreamYard, we were unable to connect back into the StreamYard. We just don't have the account anymore. But if you have that availability, you're encouraged to check them out because they're doing kind of collective thing. Otherwise, Thawad for joining us today. Keep in mind, September 15th coming up, the Feast of the Memorial of the Blowing of the Trumpets. Get in contact with the school near you. Starts off at sundown. That falls on a Friday at sundown, and it ends at Saturday sundown. Also in Houston, the Houston Cookout kicking off on November 12th. So get ready for that whole weekend. Get ready for that whole week. You know, like Milwaukee, we gonna try to make that. Slacking to the men above me, we gonna try to make that joint. You know, everybody from the different regions, you know, show love coming to the Midwest Fire Weekend. You know, it's important that we do the same thing back. So we gonna try to make. We gonna see y'all in Houston, man. So that's on the 12th, November 12th, September 15th though. Just next week, the Feast of Memorial of the Blowing of the Trumpets, followed up by the Day of Atonement, and we got another one following up right after that. So, you know, get in contact with the school near you. Stay tuned to ISUPK.com, and you know, keep the updated High Holy Days with you. So now today we're gonna go over unless there's any questions or comments in the room.
Are we gonna go to Chicago for the Blowing of the Trumpets, or are we gonna do this?
That's undetermined. We might end up doing this here. And that's determined if we're gonna go to Chicago or not. You don't want to cook?
I mean, I don't care. I'll cook.
Nah, I know you do.
You know I burn.
Y'all be looking out for us. We appreciate
burn a
it.
pan.
I'll buy a new one. So today we're going to go over the tribes of Israel. So Yasha'Allah. Israel. Yasha'Allah. Yasha'Allah. You know, I keep on doing that. My fault. Yeah, sure. So you got Israel in the English, and again in the English, you're going from the left to the right. The phonetic pronunciation of it described here, and we're just to kind of differentiate all the letters. Ya, sh, you know, these are connected. Ya, sha, ra, Allah. Ya, sha, Allah. The sha and the ra are connected. The a and the la are connected. The ya stands alone. My fault. These are separate, my fault. Shah and the Ra are connected. The Ah and the La are separate. And that helps with the pronunciation of it. So Ya, Shar, La, Ya Sha'ala, Ya Sha'ala. And this would translate into the Prince of the Power. So if you go into the Assyrian text, or script, I should say, you got the Ya, that little just apostrophe almost. The Shah, damn near the same. The Ra, almost in the same family. Allah. So this is Israel, Yasha'Allah, Prince of the Power. In the English, the phonetic, just like if you were to look at it physically, the phonetic pronunciation of it, the Paleo-Hebrew, the Assyrian script. And again, penmanship is going to change depending on who's writing it down. You know, practice makes perfect, so keep on writing, keep on writing, keep on writing. That kind of looks pretty good on the camera. I think my shadow messing it up though. Alright, so lock it to the men above me. We still working on this. And penmanship aside, just as long as you're keeping it within the same family, at least, you know, aesthetically looking, especially for the Assyrian script, the Paleo-Hebrew is very straightforward. It's you got a couple like the Qua that's got a curve to it, the I that's just a circle. Everything else is pretty much all straight lines. For the most part, right?
No, there's like a chunk in there. You know, you didn't hear that from me. Like this. No.
So I mean, yes. If I could. So just to keep these all in the size.
I'm trying. You ain't got all the same size.
Yeah, I got you. No, I mean that's relatively in the same ballpark though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know sweat.
I need me a table down here.
Just to show you pretty much everything's gonna be the same. You know, this is the Ya is gonna start off up top. It's gonna be within those brackets.
Okay.
The La is gonna start off a little bit higher.
Okay.
It is like that, yeah. Just a little bit. So just keeping everything just kind of in the same parameters. Again, penmanship is going to change. If you can still make it legible, then hey, that's a start. We're talking about rediscovering, or it's like you're reconnecting with a language that was stolen from us. And hey, shout out to who was it? Guerrilla Hebrew, who had battled that devil Michael Brown. Michael Brown, you are a liar, you are a deceiver, you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Talking about you studied all this ancient Hebrew and like you're schooled in it, you got a pedigree behind it. You are a liar, you are false. The Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, is not Yiddish. You don't get those certain vowel sounds that you see today. You don't get the V and the U's and the E's and the F. You don't get that in the Paleo Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew. You get that with Yiddish. If you German, you can damn near speak Yiddish. If you are a fake Jew, you can damn near speak German and Polish and Russian. Those dialects are all intermingled because that's where they got their source from. And they had to try to make sense of the ancient Hebrew and take their whole new spin on it to make it make sense for them. The so-called white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, and they stole our language and they hid it from us, and then they bastardized it, and then they called it this, that, and the third. That's why cowards like you can speak that junk. And you walk around haughty and all upright because you got taught in that system by your people. Our oppressor, but your kinsman. Michael Brown, you need to shut up. I think we might have to retitle this. Michael Brown, shut up. Guerrilla Hebrew, stand strong, brother, man. I think you did a good job. Just of course he's the devil. Of course. Look at how he tried to play that game. Cowards. Israel. Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah. And this is not ISIS, Ra, and El. Those are play on words that people who do drugs and get high and hallucinogenics that tap into their third eye and pineal gland and explore the universe from the privacy of their backyard or their back bedroom or in their bathroom, just high as a kite. They try to over philosophize what this is. Israel. That's in English. That's a common tongue for this. Israel. In Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, Yashala. In Paleo Hebrew, these are the characters that you would use. In the Assyrian, these are the characters that you would use. We got tons of classes on this, man. We've done the research. Again, General Kabal Math has like a joint had a joint class going on tonight. I don't know if the feed got dropped, but we were not able to connect into the StreamYard anymore. We don't have that account. But if you're able to connect with them, I suggest you do so. So that cut this off. How you looking?
Trying.
Yeah.
Trying to get this one. Just won't go right.
And again, penmanship, it's just how it is. It's some people can write in cursive, some people can't. If it's still legible, if you understand what we're writing, that's more so the main point. This was a pictographic language written out. Today, not so much. Like you see these letters here, because they're not characters anymore. You see these letters here, and it's just like there's no meaning behind it. Can't nobody tell you what the meaning of the letter I is. But if you were to go into that Paleo Hebrew, you can see there's a story behind that. There's power behind that. And not to say power like I don't even know how to describe it no more. Like you got so many schools of thoughts and ideologies of power behind like the color red. If you wear red, because it's supposed to represent power or something like that. And if you wear red, you're gonna be powerful. The number 24 or something like that. It's got power behind it. If you carry yourself as the number 24, which breaks down into 4 plus 2, equals 6, and you walk around with that mentality, like there's some shit behind it. It has meaning. These characters do have meaning. It has power in connecting us back to our culture. But don't sit there and get a mistake where you're gonna be like, you're gonna walk around with the character La on you and be like, all right, you know, I imbue the power of La. Don't be that guy. Please, Baba Kashad, don't be that guy. But there's power in connecting with our culture. So this is just how you would describe write out our tribe, our nation, so to speak. Israel, Yashala, Yashala. You got that all? You need it up for a little bit? Alright. Now we're going to start getting into the different tribes. And even if this takes us, 2 or 3 different classes, that's fine. Make sure that we get through all of it. Every Friday, we got Shawan Qadash classes. You can find it from Minnesota to Texas, from California to headquarters in New York, from the Midwest to the UK. Shout out to all these brothers, all these strong priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Again, bringing us back to our culture. What's your tribe?
Judah.
Judah. Let's start off with Judah. If we were to go in ranking order, well, I don't want to even say ranking order necessarily, but firstborns, Reuben would have been the firstborn. I believe Judah the 4th born son. But since you are our audience, yeah, we're gonna kick it with you. Judah. Looks like it. Let me move these. Judah. If anybody watched that battle with Captain Tazaryak and Alvin Giggity, whatever the hell his name was, Filipino, Vietnamese, Filipino. He was something. If anybody else wanted to hear the most annoying pronunciation of Captain Tazaryak's name, watch that battle. It was crazy. It was a little bit too much. Judah in English. This is how you're going to see it spelled out. Judh. In the Hebrew, phonetically, it's going to be spelled out with the English characters. Yah. Ha. Wow. Da. Now, these are going to be connected. We'll still, just to differentiate, let you know that there is that extra character at the end. But these two are connected. So, in the Paleo Hebrew, it's going to look like Yah. And it's so much shorter too. I feel like I gotta start off. Yeah. I don't want to do that yet. Ha. Wow. Da. Select all these are the same size. These are all going to fit on in the same lines, on the same spacing. All of these are going to be that same size. So just imagine
like that, right?
Come. And again, penmanship is going to be penmanship. How you spell it, I mean, if it's legible to you, understand it, that's fine. Sometimes I think, alright, so these are a little bit different. My arm is a little bit longer here. I think other people
I would say that's my last name. I should know how to spell it.
Right. I should hope so. For other people, they might spell it more.
Right.
It's the same character, nonetheless.
Yeah, but it has a lumber. It's like a F, like a lumber.
It's
F,
like an F.
but it has like a tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's just make sure that.
Backwards F.
Because even the Yah looks like an F to a certain degree. So now, Yah, separate, pronounced by itself. Yah, ha. Yah, pronounced by itself. Yahweh, pronounced by itself. If that sounds familiar, it should. Damn it. Da. These are connected. So that at the end of it, that ha sound falls off at the end when these are connected. That falls off. So that it's going to be like it's going to be a soft pronunciation of it. Yahweh da. It's like a breath. It's like a breath at the end of it. Yahweh da. It's not Yahweh da ha. Yahweh da. Da. I might have bad breath, so I ain't gonna say it like right in front of you, but Yahweh da. Da. Now in the Assyrian, Yah. Now again, keep in mind that imaginary kind of spacing. Yah. Ha. Wa. Da. Ya, ha, wa, da. This gets pronounced together. The da and the ha, they are connected. Yahweh da. Yahweh da. In English, this is how you're going to spell it in modern day. Phonetically, this is how it would look, just so that you can get the pronunciation of it and understand how it would sound out. Because then if we were to do this like this, again, separate, pronounced, separate, pronounced, pronounced. Ya, ha, wa, da. Michael Brown, you a sucker. You don't know Hebrew, you know Yiddish. You don't know the history behind it. You a devil, you a liar. This is ancient Hebrew. This is the pronunciation. This is how you would write it out with the Paleo Hebrew characters and with the Assyrian characters. Say that again. Oh, you good?
In the Syrian, I think I put too many letters.
Just make sure that you're matching them up then.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. I did. I thought. Okay, like that.
In the Assyrian, you're not going to see like the connectors. Like even in the ancient Hebrew, you don't see the connectors like this, or the independent pronunciation markers or the connecting markers. We do that nowadays just to help us get the pronunciation of things right. In the Assyrian and the Yiddish, well, it's, all right. So it's a Yiddish dialect with an Assyrian script. They're gonna have all the, like the little, the little dots and dashes and like all those little markings all over the characters to give it their equivalent of the word. Essentially, I would almost just make that Y, just that top arm a little bit shorter, because the Ra, if I could. So just like the Yashar, just to make sure that you're not getting them confused. The Y should be more of a that, because the Shar is going to look like this. The Da is definitely going to be more of that crisp. that crisp kind of a corner. The Ra's gonna have that could be confused with the Ra. I would just say just shorten that up. So the Y should just be just a little thing. That's, see, even accidentally, that's too much. It's still even too much. But that Y is just gonna be, just to keep it short and concise versus the Ra, just so that there's no confusion between.
Oh.
But they had to make little dashes and dots and variations of words to make it make sense for their culture and their mindset, their understanding. What you hear today in them synagogues of Satan, might I add, by them people that wear them tiny little hats and they got them crazy sideburns, or those big like Amish kind of hats and still them crazy sideburns. They speak in Yiddish. They speak in Yiddish. Yeah, that'd be close. Yeah, okay. Be close to do it. Just a little guy.
Yeah.
Yahweh, Judah. The tribe that our king was born into. The tribe of Judah. The line of Judah. King David and King Solomon. From the tribes of Judah. We got royalty in our blood, man. We got royalty in our blood. So now because we're talking about Judah, we also going to talk about Ephraim. Shout out to my Ephraimites. Shout out to my fellow Ephraimites. So-called Puerto Ricans. You can find us all, even all through the Caribbeans and parts of South America, but predominantly when we had settled here, we were in the island of Puerto Rico. What they call today Puerto Rico. Of course, back then when we founded it, it was not called Puerto Rico. That's just what it's called today. So when those idiots want to say there was no Puerto Rico in the Bible, of course not. There was no Puerto Rico in the Bible. Of course. That didn't happen. That wasn't a later concept or label until much later, after we had already colonized it peaceably, by the way, because there was nobody living over here like that. We are the original inhabitants of the Western Hemisphere, North Central South America. And so again, that bastard Michael Brown, you alive for that too. You alive for that too. So now we're gonna get into Ephraim. Ephraim, we the goat. We the goat. Judah's the lion. Ephraim's the goat. That's supposed to be a P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right,
So
yeah. Could have been confused. Yeah. Let's do it a little bit better. Huh.
Okay. That looks
All right. Go on. Ephraim. Because everybody, all these so-called Jews want to talk about how they're Jewish. They only know the tribe of Judah. That's it. Where's Manasseh? Where's Reuben? You know what I'm saying? Where's Asher? Where they at? According in their theology. They can't tell you the history of it. They can't tell you where they are. Prophetically, scripturally, in the Bible, we can show the progression or the split of the tribes, where people went. And then according to archaeology and anthropological data, we can define and identify who we are today. Yum. Aparayum. Aparayum. To be fruitful. To be fruitful. Aparium. Ephraim. Aparayum. Again, these are connected together. These are pronounced together. It's not going to be aparayama. That ah falls off. Aparayum. Aparayum. Aparium. Again, pronunciation and penmanship might change depending on who you are, where you're coming from, how you I don't want to say assimilate to it, but your style. Some of that might change, but we understand when we see this, we know who we talking about. So now let's do this in a Paleo Hebrew. One of my favorites. Shout out to Ephraim. And there's nothing wrong with modern terms and language to identify and connect with our people today. We got robbed of our culture. We are finding it again, and we are fine-tuning that heritage and those mysteries, everything that got took from us. We're bringing it back home. So you can say Ephraim, that's fine. You can say Aparium, that's fine. If you can only pronounce it like this, okay. If you can only pronounce it like this, if you'd rather have that, that's fine too. But get down on the brother or sister if they got to use the English equivalent of it. Don't get down on them for that. Judah, Yahweh. Don't get mad at them if they're saying Judah. Yeah, don't get mad at that. That becomes a doubtful disputation. Don't be that guy to sit there and run down on brothers and sisters that are more comfortable with this because that's what they know. So just like when they say Jesus Christ. Now a lot of us don't like using that term just because we know the history behind what they've done with that name, with our king's reputation. But don't get mad at them if that's what they know and if that's how they are better suited to identify with the culture. Don't get mad at them for that. Just send them to us. We'll take care of it. If y'all ain't responsible enough, if you ain't get the brotherhood or sisterhood in you to treat them right and to guide them and to teach them, to train them up, don't mess with it. Just send them home. Send them home. We'll take care of it. Commanding General Yohanan has been saying this since, I think, 2011 at the very latest. Every camp is ordered to come together. Every Israelite organization is to come together under one banner. That banner is going to be the UPK. And it didn't even have to be Commanding General Yohanan. It could have been any of them brothers. But look who stayed and look who left. Look who kept this alive and then look who ran away with it. Kept the same name that they were given from the UPK though. Kept a lot of the same customs. Dapping it up, the salute. But they don't identify with home no more. This is why we need these classes. This is why we need brotherhood to bring everybody back home. That's the order given by Commanding General Yohanan, the leader of Israel, until Yahweh shall return. If a brother or sister can only say Ephraim, if that's all they know, no sweat. If they understand Aparim, no sweat. Or as Cat Mouse might pronounce it, Aparayim. Aparayum. Ah. Ah. Ra. Yum. Pronounce separate. Pronounce separate. Pronounce separate. Connected. And again, these are pretty much all going to be on the same line. Just that tail for the that's going to fall below. Yeah. Yep. Yep. In the Assyrian. Ah. What is it? Pa. Yeah. Now at the end of it, normally you're going to see something more equivalent to this in the beginning or the middle of the word for the ma. At the end of it though, it's going to be more of a box. It's going to have kind of like a slight tail there. Let's see if I can even do that better. At the end of it, it's going to be more of a box kind of character. Otherwise, you're going to see something more that has, it's still kind of a box character, but not as enclosed. This is going to be more of a box. Aparium. Aparayum. Aparum. Ephraim. The goat. And that power or the issues between Ephraim and Judah. Let me pull this scripture up real quick too. Since we on the topic, since we in that zone. It's the water, love. We definitely need to get the writing or the lighting better.
What'd she say? I mean, sorry.
She just she being too cool. Alright, so let me get the scripture real quick. The bonding, the healing between Ephraim and Judah. If you look at the historical damage that we've taken as a nation, it's some of the most affected groups of people, both Negroes, so-called Puerto Ricans. Now, I also want to make one thing clear too. When the kingdom split, and it was talking about the tribe of Judah, tribe of Ephraim, in certain contexts, that was encompassing the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, because those were the chief tribes. Yep. Those were the chief tribes. Judah was the chief tribe of the north side. Ephraim was the chief tribe of the south side. Salaki, do I got that backwards? My fault. I'm gonna check it.
That what backwards? The words?
No, I was thinking just between the northern and the southern kingdom. Sometimes I get that mixed up on who was. Alright, so Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim was the chief tribe of the northern kingdom. After the split, Judah was the chief tribe of the southern kingdom. After the split. And you might hear like House of Joseph or Manasseh, Israel. Collectively, they might call it Israel. That's talking about, when it's talking about Judah and Israel, that's talking about the split in the kingdom and the tribes that were aligned with Judah, Benjamin and half of Levi, and then Ephraim, the other remaining tribes, and then the other half of Levi. But to look at the scripture of 2. So I can bear with me 1 second. Shall not vex. Here we go. So if we go to Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13. Let me know when you get there. If we go to Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13. So it wouldn't be wrong if you named your child Isaiah, because like even like the English equivalent of the Hebrew name, you wouldn't be wrong for that. That's just kind of what we know. If you name your kid Jesus, if your kid Ephraim or Joseph, those are the English equivalents of our tribal names, of our family names, of Hebrew names. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't sit there and get down on a brother or sister if that's what they know. They like, we all in hell, man. We trying to come back home. We trying to reclaim and revitalize something that they took from us, that they tried to kill. So don't get mad at them if they using terms like that. Show that brotherhood, show that sisterhood, show that understanding, that empathy, that compassion that we've been missing. You got it? All right. So Isaiah chapter 11 verse 13. The envy of Ephraim, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. That's that connection between our people again. That's brotherhood. That bringing it back home. That's healing those wounds. That's bridging that gap. So if you go to Isaiah chapter 11 verse 13, you can read about this. And if you want to talk about some of the issues between the northern and southern kingdoms, again, we got classes every day of the week, every which way, except for Sunday. You might see, you got some podcasts on Sunday too, though. Damn, what's Salaki, baby, if you listening, Salaki, love, if you listening, that the podcast with the brothers out there in Delaware for Sunday, I believe it is. Boot Up or Shut Up. Boot Up or Shut Up. Out there in Delaware with Captain, Holy Mountain of Zion. Captain Tazion. Big tall ass brother. Him and his twin. They some giants. Some damn like literal giants in the truth, man.
Talking about Pata Zapa and Tazion. Yeah. That's on Sundays, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like we don't normally hold classes on Sundays, but we still got the brothers podcast, or Salaki, the Captain's podcast, and you can see Captain Arya on there. A whole bunch of brothers doing some crazy shows, doing some crazy skits. Accurate. Like it's when he did that. I don't know if you saw the Debo skit, where Captain Zion was riding around like Debo, talking about them tithes. Yeah, that was hilarious, and that's accurate. And you know, it's things like that again help make these scriptures relatable. It's the same lives that we lived back then. We experiencing the same thing today. Just now we got internet. Now we got cameras and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all this. You know, social media and AI. But it's the same heart. It's the same spirit that we got back then as it is today. So now we bridging that gap between Ephraim and Judah. Between Aparium and Yahweh. Again, if you listen to that battle between Captain Tazariak and Alvin the Chipmunk, whatever the hell his name is, like when he was pronouncing that shit, Captain Tazariak, like the perfect analogy was Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks. If you ever seen that movie with the Martians, the way that they talked in that movie, that was dude. That was him. To a T. Crazy. Afterwards, he gets questioned by Powder. Get out of here, man. We got Ephraim, we got Judah, we got Yahweh, we got Aparium. We got Israel, Yasha Allah. Question? Are we going in order, or are we just naming them?
Going in order, like, of the sons?
The tribes.
No.
Are we just naming them?
We're just naming them right now, yeah.
Okay.
Like, and again, there is an order in the Bible of the sons, you know, in the order of how they were born.
But that does not give them rank in order either. Because again, Reuben messed up. He was supposed to be the firstborn, inherit everything, and then he did some dirtiness.
Yeah. No, it's like I was just saying, like, are you just naming them in order, or are you just randomly calling out the tribes?
Yo, just kind of as they come up, because we got Judah and we got Ephraim in the building.
Of course.
You know what? We got somebody in the audience, Yashakar.
I just heard you say that. Can we call my sister?
Shout out to the tribe of Yashakar. Let's get him. I don't want to get yelled at. I don't get yelled at by nobody.
Can we call my sister?
So actually, all right, let me make sure I'm spelling this shit right too. Because again, you got the English, how you would spell it out in English, the Hebrew phonetic pronunciation of it, the Paleo Hebrew. If you got it, yeah, please. So now in English, you're going to say Issachar. Issachar. We got some Issacharite brothers right here in Milwaukee. Shout out to priest and officer Ayar from the tribe of Issachar. Is there A in there? I want to make sure. Yep. Make sure I just trying to make sure I mess up your name. Issachar.
YASHAK.
Issachar.
I got it.
So-called Mexicans, so-called Aztec warriors, Inca.
Here it is.
Know what I'm saying? Hood shit.
It's right here, sir.
Orthodoxes. Issachar. That's how you gonna see it in English. Phonetically, how you're gonna pronounce it. Yash. These are going to get pronounced together. Sha. Solo. And technically, I mean, there's a difference there too, but these get pronounced together. Yashakar. Sha. It's okay, right? Yup.
Because I always be like, Yashishka car.
Yashakar. Issachar. Yashakar. These get pronounced together, solo, together. So not Yasha Shakara. Yashakar. Yeah, when I first saw it myself, like I was fucking, like I was stumbling all over the place.
Yeah, it's so funny. When I first came in school, I was like, Yashisha.
Yeah, right. So when I was like, you good?
I be messing with Morocco Pop. I be like, Yashisha.
Hey, shout out to that sister, man. Shout out to Morocco Pop from the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Yashashakar. Shout out to Morocco Pop from the tribe of Yashashakar.
Well, she was gonna get us.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I love you. Yeah. Sha. Again, these are connected. These first two are connected. Yash. Sha. Yasha Shakara. Connected. Pronounced by itself. Connected. Yashakar. Yashakar.
Ain't this missing a letter?
Better not be. Yash.
Oh, never mind.
No,
Never
yeah.
mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
That was not.
Woo.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Because the glare.
The glare. Hey, how is that coming in on here? All right, so I mean, it don't look too bad so far.
Yeah, I can't see it over here because it's a glare on my end. It's missing. It look like it's missing a whole letter right here. Oh, see, no, come here. Look, come on this side. Come right here. If you sit like no, come stand right here. And it looks like it's missing this whole letter right here.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was like, hey, it's missing a letter.
Oh,
That's why I did it. Sorry, Salaki.
Let me run interference.
It's there. I'm sorry. It's there.
Oh, that's this guy. Alright, yep.
Salaki.
That better?
Yeah, I can see it. I gotta just go like this. I can see it now.
We're gonna figure out this lighting situation. We're just trying a couple different ways to see what works best.
Salaki, sir.
No, you got it. We appreciate the feedback. And again, penmanship might be a little bit different. Like some of my shots are a little bit different from each other.
So maybe try like a blue light, a purple light, or something. You know, like a purple light over there. To like.
And we were thinking like LEDs going around, but I still don't know if that's gonna just reflect. We're gonna figure this out. Just normally, again, like I'll have these lights on the side, and I'll just the atmosphere is dark. You can still see things. Just I don't know.
Or you could do lamps with lampshades, or you could do lights.
I was kind of thinking about that too. Like if we had.
Yeah. Or you can do lights and turn wall.
We'd still need the light shade though.
No.
Yeah, because I've tried that. I've tried that. Like yeah, I've tried turning this that way, and you still see that same. Like is this? What does that do?
Yeah, it takes the glare.
It takes the glare off. You can still kind of see it.
You can still see without it. Like you need something to take that glare
so
away.
we need lampshades essentially for this
shade,
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna work on the light, the water for everybody's patience. The water for everybody's patience.
So yeah, because that was. I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah, sha 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 sha. Yeah, sha sha sha.
Wait a minute, where was I at? Yeah, let me.
Yeah. Sha. Sha. Ka. Yeah, sha 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 sha. Yashakar, Issachar, so-called Mexicans, Incans, the Mayans. You know what I'm saying? Aztec warriors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ayar, man. Shout out to these brothers. Shout out to Adawan Lahab. Shout out to all them brothers, man. We got many men. I trust it. Nah, but shout out to all the brothers and sisters from the tribe of Issachar. So Mexicans, man, this was y'all land. This like, listen, bro. From Texas, you know, we got a map here too. Damn, where'd the map go? From Texas and Oklahoma and Arizona and New Mexico and Nevada and California. All of that was Mexico. You know, their empire went so far. And again, we have problems amongst each other. Yeah, but that's an in-house problem that we going to talk about. We ain't going to listen to them when they try to delegate the problems that we got in our home. That's for us to discuss. That ain't none of their damn business. Just like with the Civil War, with the Revolutionary War. When America fought against the British, that was white-on-white violence, man. World War I, II, and III going to be more white-on-white violence. And they want to talk about what happens in the ghetto. They're going to try to lecture us on how to fix our communities when they do the same thing to each other. Hypocrisy is what we call it. That's how you pronounce it. How you looking?
Bad.
know if I saw that gap in between them. That wasn't intentional.
I was doing what you.
Alright, I was just making sure. It's like I know that I got kind of a gap in between these. That's not intentional. There's not like a split in between the characters here. My fault for that. I was just kind of going. So let me bring these a little bit closer. Bring them a little bit closer. Yashika, so-called Mexicans, South Side. On the south side of Milwaukee, one of the most segregated cities that you'll find in America. Milwaukee, man, you know when you're on the north side because you're going to see Judah and Ben and Levi. You're on the south side because you're going to see Yashika and Aparium. You know you're on the south side when you start smelling all them tacos and empanadas and glorious. Hate to stereotype them like that, but that's just kind of what it is.
I want to try the sofas. That's what I want to try.
We got a couple spots. Shout out. Well, I don't want to give advertisement. I don't know if we can do that, but listen, Milwaukee got food. Milwaukee got some of the best food ever. You want a solid Reuben? You come here.
I was about to say you bet not.
You come up here. You want a torta? You come to Milwaukee. You want a steak sandwich? You come to Milwaukee. You want food? You come up here, man. Lord allow one of these days we're gonna host like the Passover or one of these major events, maybe in Midwest Fire Weekend, just to test that out. And maybe on the reservation in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Like we got something to show. We got something to show for it. Them brothers and sisters be cooking their ass off. Yashikar, Issachar, so-called Mexicans, Aztec warriors, Aztec princesses, joined together with Ephraim and with Judah. This is where brotherhood and sisterhood gets reestablished. This is how we find out not only where we come from, but what's expected of us as a people. You can't be lazy in these times, man. Everybody got a mission. Every nation got a mission. Every nation, got their own culture. What are you supposed to do with that knowledge? Where are you supposed to go? How are you supposed to live? What you supposed to practice? Everybody's way too content with Christmas and birthdays and Thanksgiving. And so what do we got coming up? So we just had Labor Day. And some brothers just did a class on Labor Day. I believe even in Minnesota. They just did a class about the truth about Labor Day. But we got Halloween coming up.
Yeah, they got that little which kind of thing coming up. Nope, that one thing. What's that? I just seen it in a freaking store. A little raggedy Swedish day.
So what?
Swedish day.
Swedish day.
Swedish day.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Like the Swiss people, Switzerland.
No, it's Swedish day.
Sweetest?
I don't know, something.
It's like a fake Valentine's Day?
Okay,
Sweetest day. All right, yeah, that is. All right, yeah, that is.
I said, what in the hell crap is that?
Yeah.
You get 2 Valentine's days, but one is Sweetest Day. Yeah.
And that was a celebration of horrors.
It is still celebrating a horror. But anyway, okay.
Y'all need to check y'all women. Listen, if you don't know the etymology of certain things, like you really do need to do the practice, do the upkeep, or do the history, do the work of it. Them eyelashes.
No cum brothers. I mean.
Yup. Con. Ask your woman if she knows what the history behind that. Cause you got little girls trying to wear them.
No, there are little girls that are wearing them.
Children wearing that. Find out the truth behind it and like how it got introduced.
Only if you really knew.
Only if they really knew. Same thing. Now again, we got Halloween coming up. Everybody knows that that's pagan. Everybody knows that that's pagan. And they just comfortable going up to strangers' houses, giving you candy.
Knocking on the door. You teach your kids not to talk to strangers, but you feel comfortable in letting your child knock on a damn stranger's door. Salaki.
And I don't even think they really check the candy no more.
They don't. I remember when we was growing up, my mammy used to let us knock on people's door and then turn around and take us to Children's Hospital and send our candy through a freaking x-ray machine.
Damn.
And then take her candy to the house.
That's thorough.
And go to the candy like, well, let me check to see if there's some unopened packages that is open. Let me taste it for you and see if you got it. I don't even want it now. You gonna put your little nasty little tongue.
No, but that's thorough and why? Because they used to put needles and they used to put razor blades in your candy. Now it's still the same thing, but they adding drugs and poison to the candy.
Now they
Fentanyl.
got pop rocks. Pop rocks is made of some zombie. It's a zombie drug now. I forgot what it's called.
Not that bath salt shit.
No, it's a zombie drug. I forgot the name of this zombie drug they call it.
They got some weird drugs out there. Crocodile. You got a drug called Crocodile. You ever seen that down there in Florida? Mm-hmm. Bro, listen.
I forgot.
Just say no. Just say no. Just say no.
Just say no to knocking on strangers' doors. Please.
Just say no. Let it go. Mm-hmm. It's not that serious. I'll buy you, baby. I'll buy you candy. We can go to the dollar store. I'll buy you a bunch of candy. Just not on October 31st.
Okay. Matter of fact, wait till after October 31st. That's when the candy is on sale.
Listen, yeah, right. Listen, we can go tomorrow. We can go tomorrow. We can go next Wednesday and go get some candy.
If you really wait for like two weeks after Halloween, it's 50% off. And then if you really want the candy, if you wait like a whole month, that's when it's 75% off. Clean house.
And then we gotta discipline our kids more to not be so focused on that, not get caught up in the hype. Because like they're gonna go to school with it, they're gonna see it on the streets, all the decorations, all the hoopla behind it, and it's vanity. It's fake. Again, your parents know that it's pagan customs. They're not gonna tell you that, and they're just gonna brush it off, like it's all fun and games. Some weirdo is gonna dress up like Jeffrey Dahmer. Because they romanticize that bastard story. They made light of it. Now some weirdo, some frat boy is gonna dress up like Jeffrey Dahmer. Somebody's gonna get date violated. Cause you can't say certain words. Somebody's gonna get violated. Watch for them weirdos. You would be absolutely right to racially profile something that looks weird in your community. If you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. In your neck of the woods, if you live in a predominantly Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian community, and you see some weirdo things going on, you'd be right to racially profile and separate from that. Shout out to Jacksonville, Florida for that. Shout out to that camp. Shout out to them brothers and sisters who racially profiled that devil putting on a vest in a parking lot. Told security about it. And Lord be with that families. Lord be with the families of the brothers and sisters that got murdered at the hands of that devil. We could have prevented Dylan Roof storm. But again, Christianity tells you love everybody. Embrace everybody. Be tolerant. That's what I'm saying. Listen, all my brothers in the UPK. All my sisters in the UPK. That's it. That's where my family's at. That's it. That's who I can trust. That's who I got the experience with. That's where we're healing these bonds. That's how we get back home. We got to do this together. So we stopped off. We're going to cut it at the 3 tribes right now that we did today. We're going to jump back into it. At the rate we going, we're going to be here all night.
We ain't got time for one more.
Which one? Shout one out. Shout one out.
Yeah, it's short.
Shout out to Gad. Shout out to the tribe of Gad. Shout out to the tribe of Gad, so-called North Native American Indians. Mm-hmm. Now the pronunciation is pretty much going to be the same.
G80.
Yeah, that's.
It's very.
Yeah, there's really no way of getting around it. It's like the same. It's the same thing.
It's G80.
Because these get pronounced together.
Mm-hmm.
So now in Hebrew, in the Paleo Hebrew, shout out to Michael Brown, you bastard. This Hebrew, not that Yiddish garbage that you talking. Gad. They get pronounced together. Yeah. Yeah. Because my name, Aman Gabar.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm cold-blooded with
Look
it.
at you putting your baby
Listen, I'm
together like
cold-blooded.
Okay.
Okay. Did you want that sheet back? You want that sheet back?
So it's just like
Make
that.
sure I'm lying to you.
No, I'm saying like that, right?
Let's see. Yeah.
Collide. By God.
Yeah. Yeah. So now the Assyrian, again, it gets a little weird there.
The hangman.
That's a good way to put it. I like that. The hangman? Yeah. And again, the da, not to be confused with ra or wa, or at the end of the word na, or end of the word ka, da.
Do we have any more tribes of Gad here besides Kala?
And our school in Milwaukee, lab.
Just only Kala.
Yeah. And we got Issachar, we got Zebulon, Tabak, he's Zebulon. Ephraim, Judah. That's pretty much it. So we got Judah, Ephraim, Zebulon, Gad. So we got 5 tribes represented in Wisconsin.
That's our impress. We need more.
And we can't do this alone, you know what I'm saying? This is why we bringing all the tribes back together. This is why we need everybody from every tribe back home. Gad, so-called North Native American Indians. Warriors, man. They gave them bastards hell. They had, like they want to joke around about bows and arrows and spears and shit like that. They was giving them devils hell. They was ruining they colonization. They was ruining their plantations. They was ruining their slave ports and freeing our brothers from the tribes of Judah and Benjamin and Levi. Freeing our brothers from that oppression, absorbing them into their own tribes, bringing them into their family. No. Bringing them into their family, marrying them to their sons and daughters. Because we family. They knew that. These tribes knew this. These strong warriors from the tribe of Gad showed brotherhood to them so-called slaves from the tribes of Judah and Benjamin and Levi. Showed brotherhood to Ephraim and Issachar and Manasseh and Asher and Zabalawan and Naphtali. You know what I'm saying? They showed love to Rawaban. You know what I'm saying? They showed love to our people because they knew that we were connected. Shout out to the tribe of man. My Rib family up there in the Menominee Nation. Listen, we're going to be up there soon. Operation Reservation happening in November. We're talking about that first week in November. So Lord allow, November 3rd through the 5th is tentatively when we're trying to schedule that. So get ready for it. Any donations anybody want to make to it, we'll take them. We'll take them all. And we'll give our brothers some relief. Give our sisters some relief that they ain't going to get from their own communities because they are so muddled in the head and misguided and distracted by not only false promises, but a false life, a vain lifestyle. We're going to restore that. This is what the UPK been doing since '69. Finding out our identity, getting to the root of the problem so that we can come up with that solution. But that's a conversation that we need to have together. We can't trust these outliers and heathen nations
to do this job for us. To heal the problems in between our communities, we can't trust heathens to fix our issues. It's only ever going to benefit them. And you know what? While I'm on that, real quick, I want to put one scripture. About that, since I'm kind of on that topic. Here we go. Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 8. Ecclesiasticus. This is going to be in the Apocrypha. What they call the Apocrypha. The Bible is one book. It's a collection of all the different prophecies and letters, but it's one book. Old Testament, Ecclesiasticus.
Chapter 8?
Chapter 37. Chapter 37, verse 8. It's one book. They broke it up. You know, like we call Testament Apocrypha, or Old Testament, Apocrypha, and New Testament today because of Catholic Romanism. Or Roman Catholicism. However you want to put it. Because of how they try to divvy it up. It's one solid book given a one solid history of our people. Of Gad, of Issachar, of Ephraim, of Judah. And next week we're going to go into the rest of the tribes. We'll finish the other 8 tribes later. But Ecclesiasticus chapter 37 verse 8. Beware of a counselor. They've taken counsel from heathen nations. They've taken they cue from a heathen government that ends up telling them what to do, suggest what they should do with their resources, with their money, making all these trade deals and switching hands. The Menominee Nation, they got money. They got money on the reservation. As a nation, they got money. As a people, they are broke as hell. As a nation, they got money. And they're doing a disservice to their people. The brothers and sisters that are on the streets, left homeless and drug induced, left with domestic violence and abuse. They're leaving them behind because their pockets get filled up. That's why it takes brotherhood to heal the wounds here amongst our people. We can't trust them. We can't take their counsel. Ecclesiasticus chapter 37 verse 8. Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he hath. So if you're gonna look at the board of directors talking about finances, like you a brother, sister that wants to make a change in the community, you got $1 million in the bank. You can't go to these aldermen and these city councilors and be like, listen, $1 million. What can we do with this? They're going to first look to line their pockets. You got to know their agenda. That's why we don't do the whole voting thing. We ain't got to be in town hall voting for aldermen and politicians, senators, and Democrats and governors and mayors and Republicans. We ain't got to do all that. Because you have to analyze who they are as a person, what agenda they have as an individual, and then what agenda they have playing to the party that they are affiliated with. Because if you agree with 1 or 2 topics, and maybe you don't care for the rest, but you're going to vote for them because of those 1 or 2 topics. Now you voted them into office. Now you have to accept everything that comes with them. Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he hath. For he will counsel for himself, lest he cast the lot upon thee. He's only going to be self-interested. What he can gain out of it, what his party can gain out of it, secondary. First, he's going to counsel for himself. If there's any change left over, that'll go to his political ties or his affiliations. Lest he cast a lot upon thee. You got to be mindful of who you're backing. That's why we back Commander. Listen, we back Commander General Yohana. I back Captain Debar Mott because I know these brothers. personally. I know these brothers. I know their agenda through and through. I don't know every move that they need to make to get the job done. That's above my pay grade. That's fine. I know what the end result needs to be, and I know that that's their focus. Because that's my same end result too. We on the same mission. We got the same goal. So when I go to these brothers, it's like I didn't mean to say it like that. When I go to my captain, when I go to our generals for guidance, I know that it's the council is in the right spirit, because again, we have the same mission in mind. And I might just need in how to get from A to B. And they give me that shortcut. I know them. You need to know the counselors that you're seeking advice from. Whether it's, debt consolidators or credit builders or financial experts, entrepreneurs, this, that, and the third. Business endeavors of any kind. Spiritual endeavors of any kind. You need to know who you're dealing with, who you're going to get that counsel from. Gad got tricked. They got deals with these devils, and they got stabbed in the back. A troop overtook them. But at the end, Gad is going to get them. We coming back. You can't avoid the prophecies. You can't avoid the future. And they cannot escape judgment. With that, I appreciate y'all joining us. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commanding General Yohana, coming to you live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, UPK Milwaukee, no cowards. And shout out to Captain Bar Mott, shout out to 5000 ZQ, and shout out to Rapaya Allah, shout out to Yar, shout out to Kala, shout out to Kananya, and shout out to Kawal, shout out to Tabaganaz. Let's get it, man. Shalom.
You didn't shout one of the sisters out?
Shout out to Diana. Shout out to Zama. Shout out to Morocco Pop. Shout out to Sister Michelle. Listen, fuck Trump.